I don't set an alarm in the morning and I still get more things done than people who do and set it at like 5 a.m. Stick with me, I have 7 habits that changed my life and made it possible for me to get this amount of sleep on any given day and also be super productive. So the first 4 habits are things that I usually do in the evenings, and it's like what prepares me to get to sleep. The first one is that I protect my bedtime. Nothing can go between me and my bed. I know that I need to go to bed between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. to make sure that I get 9 hours of sleep and still wake up pretty early in the morning, like around 7 a.m. And that's like super important to me. Like nothing can touch my bed routine. I am putting my phone automatically on sleep mode, which means that nobody can reach me after 9 p.m. And I go into the mood of, okay, I accomplished my day and now I can go to sleep. So on days where I do have social commitments, sometimes I'm the one saying, hey guys, I need to go home because I need to go to sleep. Yeah, you might be a bit the weirdo, the annoying one, but if you want to make sure that you get your sleep, well, you need to be that person. So nothing can come in between you and going to bed. The second habit is to run a shutdown routine. If you have a side gig, an important job, whatever it's important to you and you're working on, you need to make sure that you have this kind of retrospective on any given day. What I do is ask myself, what did I accomplish today? What did I not accomplish today? And what's the one thing that I need to do tomorrow? The fact that I look back and decide what I'm doing tomorrow is taking away decision making on the next day. And this helps me to already go into productive mode the next day. I don't have to decide what to work on. I know what I'm supposed to do. And this is helping me so much because it takes away mental load and it makes me productive from second one on the next day. The third habit is I tell myself that I did a good job. That's so important. When I do the shutdown routine and I'm doing this retrospective, I look at the things that I accomplished and I tell myself, be proud of it. You did a good job. It's so important to celebrate because if you go to bed and you still feel behind, you cannot fall asleep and you don't have a relaxing and recharging sleep because you're still, with your mind, you're still in your work mode. You need to shut down your work mode and go into bed mode. And the best thing is to feel good about what you did. So leave the work there, be happy about what you did. You already know what you're going to do tomorrow, so you don't need to worry about what's left there on your to-do list, and then go to bed. And then there is the fourth habit, which is also important to go to bed. To make sure, you need to make sure that you have one activity you do before going to bed that gets your mind even more into being free from work and ready to go to sleep. For me, it's reading. I make sure that I have 15 to 30 minutes of reading time before going to bed. This helps to get my mind off my to-do list and go and lay wonder to other things that are not related with what I'm supposed to do. And I tell you what, when I feel very tired, I close my Kindle, I put it on the side, and I can simply fall asleep. So these are the 4 habits that are super important to make sure that you're ready to go to sleep and get the sleep you need. And then there are the habits that I do during the day, which enable me to achieve a ton of things and make the best of the hours that I have left after my full-time job. And those are the habits of the day. The first one is I give the first hour of my day for what is purpose aligned. So for what is the most important thing I am working on in my life right now. Currently, it's writing my 4th book, which is launching in October. So I wake up and the first thing that I do is to do something for it. It can be write a new chapter when I was still writing it. It can be working with my editor because we're still editing, or it can even be create some content on YouTube because this is where I want to reach my people with the content of my books. Whatever it is something that is super important to me, and I know I need to give it the sharpest hours of my day. And then I go and start working for my job. And then there is the 6th habit, which is I time box my time. This is extremely important because if you go to sleep between 9 p.m. and 10 a.m., 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. and you wake up at 7 a.m., you've got a full-time job, which is around like 8 hours a day. What you're left with are kind of 4.5 hours. So you need to make the best out of it. And how I do it is simply time boxing. I know I have 4 hours. I know I have to eat. I might want to go to the gym. So everything is time boxed. I know exactly when one activity starts and when one activity like wraps up. And there I can decide what I need to do in between so that I actually achieve what I wanted to achieve. Being the gym, I know I have 1 hour. In 1 hour, I do these reps, I do these exercises, and after 1 hour, I know, okay, I achieved what I wanted to achieve. If I am working on a YouTube video, I am writing down what's the outcome of this video. Okay, 1 video uploaded for whenever I schedule it, and I know what are the steps that I need to do to get there, and I have 1 hour to do it. And this kind of time pressure makes it possible to me to be efficient and make sure that I actually deliver on what I said. So this is something that will change the way you spend your time, like the working hours. And then there is the 7th habit, which is extremely important. I never, ever trade impact for urgency. There are a lot of things on your to-do list, if you have right now a look at your to-do list, that are probably marked with urgent, deadline coming up, and you probably would start working on those instead of the things that actually have a huge impact on your progress. Start the other way around. Look at what actually has the most impact on your progress and start working on that. You need to give the sharpest hours. You need to give like the entire energy you have to that one thing instead of the things that are urgent. Because the thing is, when you start working on something, being it urgent or impact, whatever, you are depleting your energy. And if you start working on things that are kind of shallow, not really progressing you, but you just need to get them done because there is a deadline, you're depleting energy that you actually need to save for things that do have an impact. So never trade impact for urgency. Start your day by looking at your to-do list and mark the things that do have an impact and the things that have urgency, and then start with the ones that have impact. So yep, those are 7 habits that will change your life. It changed mine. Since I am living my life following those 7 habits, I can get 9 hours of sleep and be every day recharged, never tired. And the best thing is that I can still be this ambitious person that I am with a ton of goals that I want to achieve. Drop in the comments which habit helps you the most, or if you do have another habit that helps you to get a ton of sleep and also get a ton of shit done, or if you still want some more inputs on one of the habits that I have, I can do a deep dive. Happy to share more with you guys to help improving your life. Being a hustler without falling into the trap of the typical hustle culture, and see you in the next video.